What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Commander Awesomeness, and tonight, or today, I will be reading to you guys this story that I've been working on for over a month now. This is a project that I really wanted to do for a while now, but I never really had the chance to do it. But now I got the chance, and I'm excited to share you with you guys my imagination. So, if you guys are new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, hopefully this will be the start of something really big here. But this is my fictional superhero universe. I still don't really have a name for it, but this is the first name of the first story. Sentinel, new age. He is the leader of the team, but. Yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Holy shit. Fucking name. What up? Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I didn't expect this to happen at all. Alright. Being a superhero is the scariest job you can have. You're probably reading this and calling me a liar, and I don't blame you. There are plenty of scary jobs out there, like being a police officer or a firefighter, but if you're an experienced superhero where you have to deal with dangerous threats like evil, bloodthirsty demons that feed on fears or clash with an intergalactic warlord with enough power to destroy entire planets, or even some guy who can wipe out humanity just by simply having technology turn on them, it is definitely stressful. I'm not the type of guy who just gives away spoilers to people, but that's not fair for your entertainment, but I can tell you that you will be experiencing things in these stories that challenge your fears and other stuff that will make your heart race. So I strongly advise you to go to the restroom if you haven't already, and be prepared for some exciting action. My name is James Swifter, and this is my tragic story of how I became the world's first superhero. I never asked for any of this to happen. I was only 6 years old when everything I have ever had was taken away from me in a matter of seconds. Me and my parents were on our way to a Nickelback concert in London. They are our favorite band ever, and we were ecstatic for this experience. If only we knew this would be the last time we were together. Nothing too out of the ordinary happened on our way to the concert, but when we got to the venue, I noticed a hooded man that brushed past me as we walked through security. I thought nothing of it because I was too young to realize something was off. Once the concert was over, our father pulled us off to the side to get our thoughts. Did you guys have fun? My father asked. It was awesome, I said gleefully. He grinned. We were pretty much big fans, mega fans of them. We then proceeded to get in the car and made our way to McDonald's. As we were pulling out of the parking lot, I swear that I saw the same hooded man I bumped into, watching us from the shadows. I blinked my eyes and he vanished. I told myself I was probably just seeing things. As we finished eating, we went home exhausted from that long day full of birthday celebrations. I thought this was the best day of my life. Then everything changed. My dad told me to go upstairs to take a shower, but as I was doing that, we heard a knock on the front door. I'll get it. My dad volunteered. He opened the door, and a strange man was standing there, wearing a white robe with a huge smile on his face. It was creeping me out, but it didn't seem to faze my father. Greetings, you must be James Swifter, the father of James Swifter, the man said in a welcoming voice. My father looked at his wife, then at me, then back at the man. Indeed I am, good sir. What can I do for you this fine Saturday morning? My father asked. For context, it was 1 a.m. our time, so it was technically morning time for us. I'm afraid this sun may have awakened something that I have been closely observing for over 20 years. He explained. What are you saying? My father asked, worried. I'm afraid I'm saying that as long as he is with you people, he is in grave danger. It pains me to say this, but you must come with me to seek safer refuge, the man continued. I walked down the stairs, my hair pounding. The man crouched down and patted me on the back. Hello, child. You must be James Swifter, he said in a calm voice. Yeah? I said, scared. My parents looked at each other with tears in their eyes. Something is telling me this might be the last time I see them. My mom walked over to me and hugged me. It's okay, sweetie. We want the best for you. James will take good care of you. Right, Jeremy? My mom said in a shaky voice while also glaring at that Jeremy guy.
Of course, madam. It's the best case scenario for your child,
he said. My parents looked at each other again, hugging each other and giving approval. I felt something sharp pierce my skin and on my arm, and I was starting to feel sleepy. As I shifted out of consciousness, I saw that same hooded guy watching us, but he was carrying me to a helicopter. I had a nightmare during my slumber of the world in flames. A massive man was sitting on a throne of bones, looking at the destruction. Cities were burning, rivers of blood flowed through the abandoned streets, and the worst part was, I heard this very creepy laughter that sounded raspy and ancient. My eyes fluttered open to the sound of helicopter blades spinning up my head. I turned my head and spun that guy into my robe, only to discover it wasn't a robe. It was a science coat.
It appears you're awake. How was your rest, child?
The man said. I coughed a little bit. It was okay. I had this scary nightmare that it was the end of the world and there was a scary man on the throne of bones and... I said before he interrupted me.
You have nothing to be scared of, child. With me by your side, you'll be safe.
He reassured me, although it didn't make me feel better. I burst into tears just from the thought of the end of the world. Yes, I know I'm a dramatic kid, but I'm sure you've had kids who have overacted to worse shit. After I calmed down, I looked at him, wiping tears from my eyes. Where are we going, mister? I asked, my voice a little shaky after that minor mental breakdown.
My name is James Alkenshaw, but you may call me Dr. Jeremy for short. To answer your question regarding the destination of where we will be going to or staying at, if you will, it's a very special place for special children like you. A special place where you can make new friends and feel at home,
he said soothingly. The helicopter started closing in on the supposed destination for people which looked like Alcatraz Island. I guess Jeremy saw the puzzled look on my face, but he grinned and patted me on the back when I sat up.
Don't worry, child. You aren't going to jail. There is more to this place than meets the eye,
he said, chuckling. The helicopter started lowering to a helipad on an open field of grass next to the open abandoned prison. Jeremy ordered me to lie back down so that they could transfer me to the special place, whatever the bloody hell that means. Once we got inside, we walked down this long corridor of empty prison cells. I shuddered each time we walked by one, but I knew I was safe for the time being. We turned a corner and I saw this metal door I have never seen from the movies or documentaries that put the spotlight on the prison. When they opened them up, it was an elevator shaft big enough to fit 50 NFL players on it. Once we were positioned in the middle of the platform and Jeremy pushed, something that wasn't in my line that was invisible in my line of vision, we descended about 15 to 20 feet below ground level. After we stopped, the doors automatically opened up and I was amazed at what I discovered. There was an entire secret laboratory that was as big as 4 NFL stadiums combined. A group of scientists went up to us and greeted me. Hey there, buddy. Welcome to Elk Labs. You'll be safe here, I promise. One of the scientists said.
Very well then. Are you ready to meet your neighbor, child?
Jeremy asked me. I nodded my head slightly. We made our way to a pair of what appears to be cells in a small, dim-lit room. I saw a man, probably around 30 years old, sitting in one of the cells. Jeremy carried me to the empty cell next to the man and led me down on a comfortable bed.
Welcome home, child.
He glanced at the man and it almost looked like he glared at him for a solid second before a smile formed on his face.
Enjoy your new neighbor, James.
After that, he walked through 2 identical swinging doors and disappeared.
So you're the no good when that's been bragging about prior to your arrival.
My neighbor asked, making me jump because it was silent for 5 minutes. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm the new guy, I guess. I replied. My mind was still racing after the recent events. I still can't believe it's happening right now.
Don't worry, kid. You'll be safe here.
He reassured me. That pissed me off. You bloody people have been telling me that ever since it took me away from my parents. None of this shit would have ever happened if... I screamed before breaking down into tears. I don't deserve any of this. I don't deserve to be in a prison cell. This is all my fault. I said tearfully.
Hey, bud, none of this is your fault. We just, care for your safety and so you want the best for you. Jimmy has been in the same place trying to figure out what they're doing with them, what they're doing with. You know what you do need though? A good night's sleep. All that trauma has really been messing with your brain. You need to get some rest, okay?
He said calmly. I nodded. I laid down on my bed and sighed. Is this all really just a really bad nightmare, or is this all actually happening? All of this thinking got me really sleepy, and I closed my eyes. That night in a separate room, a man is strapped to a surgical chair, his body drenched in sweat, and his eyes full of terror. Dr. Jeremy rummages through a table with different surgical tools and pulls out what looks like a needle of some sort. He walks slowly towards the man with an insane look on his face. His smile is so wide, it would make a competition with the Joker for being the creepiest smile of all time.
You know, Trevor, you really should think twice before harming innocent people.
Jeremy said eerily.
Who are you? I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it.
Trevor yelled, his voice shaking.
Friends call me Jeremy or Dr. Jeremy, but I prefer my enemies to call me Professor Fear. You are one of the few people I consider my enemy.
Jeremy answered, chuckling eerily.
What are you going to do to me?
And Trevor asked nervously. There was a moment of silence.
To make you regret your poor decisions.
And Jeremy responded. With that, he jammed the needle into Trevor's arm, and he let out a painful scream that echoed through an empty corridor. I woke in a cold sweat.
Nightmares?
My neighbor asked, startling me. Yeah, I said.
It happens here all the time. You will pretty much get used to it after a while.
He said, though it did not make me feel any better. I never really got a name, I reminded him. He laughs.
I tend to do that sometimes. I'm Charles Brooklyn, but you can just call me Charles. You?
He said. James Swifter, I do have a question though, I said. Right before I could question the mystery behind his place, Jimmy walked through the doors with the welcoming look on his face.
Well, how was your first night of sleep with a new friend?
He asked. It was amazing, I said joyfully.
Marvelous. I will prepare your breakfast for you, gentlemen.
He said. That procedure continued for the next 12 years. But then, one day, everything changed. After Jeremy delivered us our breakfast, he gave us a Dunkin' Donuts, but it was my 18th birthday to me today. Happy birthday to me, I guess. I did my daily workout routine, and then Charles randomly brings up a topic I wasn't expecting to hear.
Now that you're at that age, I feel like it is a good time to share with you something that you should know. Despite something as special as you think, there are experiments performed here. Most of the time, the patients do not make it out alive. Jeremy is planning something, and it's only a matter of time before you are next.
Charles warned me. As found cue, Jeremy returns to our room, making it seem he was almost eavesdropping on us.
James, would you be delighted to go on a little field trip with me?
Jeremy said with a little grin. I hesitated for a moment, looking at Charles, wondering if I should trust him. He nudged his head to the side, indicating that he is encouraging me to follow Jeremy. I took a deep breath and sighed. Either I am heading into a death trap, or he is going to give me ice cream. Something is telling me it isn't the second option. Okay, let's go, I finally said. And Jeremy clapped his hands, excitedly.
Splendid. We have much to discuss on this short adventure.
Jeremy said, delighted. Shortly after, we were walking down an empty corridor. I don't know if my mind was playing games with me, but I swear I keep hearing screams within the walls. Dr. Jeremy? What?
Well, Dr. Jeremy, where are those screams coming from?
I questioned him.
Oh, that's out. Oh, that's out. It is time you finally learn the truth. I am not just a doctor. I do various special experiments on special people like you. However, the blood isn't as compatible with the serum I offered them.
He explained. What are you saying? What are you saying, sir? I asked.
What I'm saying is the serum reaches the brain and it receives a negative reaction, meaning it drives them to the point of insanity.
He walked up to a window with no sign of anyone through the glass. Suddenly, a man with white eyes appears in front of the window, begging for mercy, which startles me. Jeremy chuckles.
Do not be afraid, child. My assistant and I have been working effortlessly to make sure this procedure is undoubtedly a success. We have dreamed of improving this world, and we believe you are the key to human evolution.
He continued. We walked through big doors and enter a laboratory or experimentation room or something. It had a decent sized chair you see at the hospital where they do surgery on you in the middle of the room. Jeremy's assistant is in the back of the room doing something, possibly working on the serum. I lay down on the chair and Jeremy straps me in. I looked to the side of me on one of the walls and noticed the blood sprayed on them. I gulped.
Theodore, it is time to begin the procedure.
And Jeremy ordered his assistant.
But sir, the serum isn't complete yet.
Theodore warned. Jeremy slammed his fists on the table in frustration. We must continue with this procedure. If you do not hand me the serum, I will take it from your hands and do this myself. And nobody likes to see me doing things on my own.
Am I right, boys?
He shouted, going at the other scientists who nodded nervously.
Now why don't you be a kind gentleman and give me the serum? I don't care if it is complete or incomplete. If we want to alter the course of human evolution, this is a perfect opportunity to begin this journey.
Without hesitation, Theodore gives Jeremy the serum. He walks over to me with a gentle smile on his face.
Don't be afraid, child. This will only hurt you also,
he said before inserting the serum into my arm. I scream in agony as veins pulse out of my skin. I snap out strains holding me onto the chair like they were twigs. Muscles grow on my arms. Before Jeremy could even react to what he had created, I punched him into a wall. I knocked him out cold. Theodore watches in terror and turns to the other scientists.
What are you fools waiting? What are you fools waiting for? Don't make this imbecile!
He shouted. And the scientists looked at each other nervously and ran at me. Moments later, they went flying to walls. What I did not realize is that Swinton also was watching the chaos occur. A silhouette and a dog were observing from the rafters. Jeremy awakens and stands up. Oh, damn it! I did it again. And stands up while I was busy beating up scientists. He jammed something into my other arm, which stung like crazy.
I meant to alert you of the consequences of turning on your own creator. Enjoy your slumber, child.
He warned as I slipped out of consciousness.
Take me away,
he ordered the scientists. They nodded and escorted me out of the room. I couldn't do anything but just watch as I was being dragged towards my cell. Suddenly, they stopped in the tracks. I apologize for the inconvenience, but we do not condone this type of behavior. Started the boy, and he may survive this. A mysterious voice warned them. Never, bastard, one of them said. So be it, the voice said. 1 second they were standing, the next they were unconscious on the ground. As my eyes closed, I saw a mysterious figure walking over to me. I awakened at a room that didn't look anywhere like the lab where I was knocked unconscious. I couldn't tell where I was, but it looked almost like a warehouse because there were routers, random medical supplies, and there were probably 10 to 15 computer monitors in the other room with the man standing in front of the computer monitors, and a dog sleeping in the bed. The man probably heard me groaning because he walked over to see me. Well, why do you look at that? The Sleeping Beauty has woken up from a slumber. Would you like something like a beer or maybe a quick game of Madden? Have a great time at it, he said. Where am I? I asked as I sat up. Damn, so we are jumping straight into the serious shit. Okay then. My name is Bob Warner, but people call me Blitz. That thing over there is Galaxy. He said before someone else interrupted him. Don't call me a thing, jackass. I'm a golden retriever, and I'm damn proud to be one in the first place, so respect my body for once. Thank you very much. God, I hate it when people call me that. The dog complained. Wait a minute. Hold on, did that dog just speak? I asked, not surprised. Bro, you can clearly see my mouth moving. Are you blind? Should we replace your eyes with new ones? Wake up, man. Quit acting like you've never seen a dog talk before. Galaxy said, annoyed. I paced the room back and forth, my mind racing. There's a talking dog and a 15-year-old guy telling you. Wait, hold up. There's a talking dog and a 15-year-old guy telling a 28-year-old man what to do. What world am I living in? I said, a little stressed. I'm actually 18. People get my age very confused sometimes. Blitz said, I roll my eyes, annoyed. Okay, let's go to the buddy point. We're just going to the buddy points. What do you guys want? I said, what we want is to put together a team of heroes to fight threats. General Dan Sanders of the U.S. Army saw me running around, literally, saving everyone from around the world. And he hired me to find other guys like me because he said that something very bad is coming and we were all going to die or something like that. Blitz explained. You talk too much, I said, rolling my eyes. So do you. What's that joke before we walked over to the computer monitors? Blitz explained something. I can't tell what exactly, but he's after something extremely dangerous. Blitz continued. We need to go back. I think you're right. Jimmy was saying something. It's saying something sinister. We need to go back. We need to get a closer look. I said confidently. You're sounding an awful lot like Fred from Scooby-Doo, man. I'm just saying. Blitz said nervously. Who? I asked. You never saw Scooby-Doo? Forget it. We ain't going nowhere until we know what we're in for. Right now, we don't know what the hell is going on. I say we lay low, and if I get a lead, it's go time. Capiche? Blitz said. Fine, I said. Meanwhile, back at the laboratory, Jeremy throws a medical card and yells in frustration. That's close to the perfect creation, and it's slipped from my grasp. I have claimed him to be myself, and now that he refuses to join my alliance, I will stop at nothing to defeat him. Jeremy exclaimed. How are you to the school, sir? The door asked nervously. Anxious.
I'd like you and Sir Lord Charles to meet me in the experiment room. If Charles wants war, he's got it. I say that him and his companions are retired.
Jeremy responds. Meanwhile, back at the warehouse. Shit. And Blitz and Galaxy walked into the living room where I was seen watching The Conjuring. Oh, you're watching that movie? One of my favorite movies. What do you think of it? Blitz asked excitedly. It's right. I'm really just thinking of just going back. I feel like Jeremy is telling something and we need to investigate it. I said. Wait, what? What are you saying? You want to go back to the bad guys' evil lair? Do you realize how stupid you're making yourself sound right now? Blitz asked, unsurprised. Yeah, but I am committed to this. I have a purpose here. These powers are a gift. I am determined to do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this, I said confidently. Blitz rolled his eyes and sighs. Whatever, man. You do you. But the first sign of trouble and I'm out. Blitz said without hesitation. Hey guys, find someone? Galaxy said, asked. It all comes to. I added. I can't believe this is happening right now. Blitz muttered to himself. We entered through an open window and scoped the place out on the rafters. This feels weird, man. Where do you want to go? Blitz asked nervously. I want to go to the experiment room. I noticed some paperwork by the entrance before the procedure. I have a feeling that it contains information behind his plans. I said. Blitz shrugs and we walked to the entrance of the experiment room. I spotted a stack of paperwork sitting on a little desk by the entrance to the experiment room, and I moved in closer. My eyes widened as I was reading through it. You guys have got to see this, I ordered the guys. They rush over and Galaxy gasps. This contains the coordinates to the giant Poseidon. Galaxy said.
What is it?
I asked, confused.
You don't know the training Poseidon? Dude, it's a legendary artifact, forged by the gods themselves, and serves as the Greek god of Caesar's prized possession. It holds unlimited power, and if it falls into the wrong hands, the results will be catastrophic.
And Galaxy continued.
The mutt is indeed correct.
A voice said right behind us, startling us. We turned around only to find Jeremy standing there in the darkness.
This has been a project I've been looking into for decades. Now, thanks to your help, I have a supporting cast of remarkable people to achieve this goal. Are you gentlemen hungry though? Might as well eat your final meal together as you witness the greatest triumph in mankind.
Jeremy exclaimed.
You're set.
I grumbled. Jeremy chuckled thoroughly.
Well then, let's get this party started somewhere. The door, if you will.
Jeremy asked.
Yes, sir.
Theodore replied before forcing us to sit down on metal chairs.
I'm bringing you here today, or you might say you brought yourselves here, to bear witness to my brand new experiments that will alter the course of mankind. But first, my participant.
Jeremy announced, and as if on cue, a massive tank of water, maybe 10 feet tall, was wheeled out, and inside, I could see a figure floating in there motionless. The weird part is he looked awfully familiar.
Introducing my fabulous volunteer for the specific experiment, Charles Beckman. He has been involved with this company for several decades, but enough of the chit-chat. I'll put the procedure begin.
He continued. Theodore pushes a button on the machine in the back of the room, and the thing hummed to life. Charles's eyes pop open, and he starts shaking violently. I heard painful screams inside, but as much as I wanted some help, I couldn't risk killing my friend, so I just sat there hopelessly.
This tank of water contains radioactive water molecules that will enter Charles's bloodstream, and you will see his transformation before your eyes.
And Jeremy explained. Just then, the tank exploded with glass shards flying everywhere, and standing above the debris was Charles himself.
Charles?
I asked nervously. He turned his attention to me and shot flumes of water at me, sending me flying through a wall into a large room in which me and the other guys entered. This room included 6 cells where I and Charles spent most of our lives. Blitz and Galaxy held me up to my feet, and I faced Charles again.
Jeremy told me of his plans to achieve the chance of Poseidon to conquer the world. However, I feel that this quest is especially for me. Its power is fascinating to me, and I feed off its power.
Charles explained to us. Jeremy came running in with a worried look on his face.
No, Charles, that was not part of our plan of a deal.
Jeremy exclaimed.
You're right, Master. It was not part of a plan. But if these the fools come my way, they will die.
Charles agreed. I yelled in rage and charged toward him. Not a great idea, I know. But Charles wrapped me up in water and threw me into a wall.
So long, James, and say goodbye to your planet.
Charles said before leaving for the Chinese. Blitz carried me back to the warehouse where we were left contemplating our next plan.
How are we supposed to save the world if we don't even know what a chance of Poseidon is?
I asked.
Well, first off, you're not going out there shirtless. I mean, the girls might find it attractive, but hold on, the muscle you got on you, but you need an identity. A name, costume and a name.
Blitz said.
Second off, the dog already got the location of the Chinese whereabouts on his handy dandy computer.
Galaxy nods.
As for the name, I think I have an idea for it. About Captain Justice.
I nodded. I suggested.
It's already in use, bud. Besides, I'm pretty sure that's copyright, so not only will you will be vaporized, but the author of the story is going to be tomato soup.
Blitz said.
We're in it.
I started to say.
No need to repeat it. Yes, we're in the story. End of the discussion. Moving on. Different name. Go.
Blitz interrupted.
Captain Gorilla?
Blitz smacks his face with the palm of his hand.
Dude, that sounds like Captain America and Gorilla Grodd got fused into a freaky experiment in a serial laboratory at a fucking zoo. It's not just a very fitting name, man.
And Bliss said, annoyed. Galaxy raises his hand or paw in excitement.
Yo, I got an idea. How about Sentinel?
Galaxy says excitedly.
Interesting. What made you think of that?
Bliss asks.
Oh, you know. There are some massive robots from a popular comic, and they're basically hunters.
Galaxy answers.
Are you talking about the Transformers?
Galaxy sighs.
That is nowhere close to what I'm trying to say. It's from the X-Men, and they aren't mutants. I guess you can say it is inspired by the Sentinels, but he's a giant killing machine. He just has bad guys.
Galaxy explains.
I don't see myself as a hunter, though. I just see myself as a guy who wants to protect the world from evil forces. Other than that, I love the name.
I said.
Beautiful. Now for the costume. Galaxy. How fast can you make a cape costume with a futuristic gas on it without looking like a Superman's logo?
Blood asks Galaxy.
I was about to do, but I can get it done relatively fast.
Galaxy says. He puts the details in the computer and started designing it. 15 minutes later, it beeped and Galaxy took the costume out. I grabbed the costume and put it on in the bathroom. A couple more minutes passed by and I walked back to the room where the others were.
What do you guys think?
I asked the guys.
I think you're ready to kick some ass.
And Galaxy responded to the confidence.
It's about damn time. You were wasting time doing fashion shows and shit. Well, Waterboy or whatever his name is probably closing in on the train.
Galaxy exclaimed, relieved.
You're not fooling around. It's the ones everyone has been made for. The epic climax. The final boss fight. Sentinel versus a random guy lost with water powers. Galaxy, play a song that would get people hyped.
Bliss said.
Only on it, boss.
And Galaxy sighs and says, Perfect by Ed Sheeran starts playing on the computer.
Oh shit, wrong song. I forgot I was listening to that earlier. Give me a second, boys.
Bliss exclaims. 5 more minutes pass by and Thunderstruck by AC/DC starts playing.
Now we're talking. Alright, people. Let's go kick some ass. Or go swimming. Whichever comes first.
Galaxy says. Blitz.
Hey guys, it's me, your favorite character, Blitz. This is a good point of this story where you have a quick bathroom break. Grab a snack and do whatever you gotta do to prepare for the final fight. Truths are telling me it is a YouTube video as well, apparently, so if you gotta pause it and do your thing, do it. Oh, and the author is only about something that people do on here called subscribing. It's free, I believe. So if you would like to see him and maybe even Galaxy happy, tap on the subscribe button. Galaxy is yelling at me for talking to myself, so I gotta go. Back to the story.
Galaxy takes us to a garage and we stand in front of something covered in a blanket like it's not pretending to be a ghost.
You guys are probably wondering what type of transportation we will be taking to the trains.
And Galaxy said,
I'm assuming it's behind that suspicious blanket.
Blitz asked.
Bingo. We were taking.
Galaxy grips the blanket by his mouth and takes it off the mysterious objects.
A jet.
Galaxy exclaims.
Do you even know how to fly a jet?
Blitz asks.
Nope, but it's a learning experience for all of us.
Galaxy said excitedly.
You're so screwed.
I said, rolling my eyes. Once we got inside the jet and got our souls buckled in, safety first always. Blitz asked a question everyone is probably wondering.
You don't even know where the train is,
he said.
I do. It's actually not far from San Francisco. It's 7 miles away into the ocean.
Galaxy explained. Me and Blitz both simultaneously nodded nervously, and soon, believe it or not, we actually arrived at the destination, and I got even more nervous.
Yo, that's a fucking simple.
I said, worried.
So?
Galaxy asked sarcastically.
So there are booby traps and maybe skulls and monsters and I've seen too many Indiana Jones movies that do not refuse creepy temples.
I complained.
This is a superhero story, not an Indiana Jones story, man. Grow up.
And Galaxy said, whatever, I said. Much to my surprise, there weren't really any booby traps there that I could see. It was dark in there, so we used flashlights on our phones. Beat that, Indiana Jones. We eventually ended up in a massive room where I could see a long fork thing. After getting lost many times and doing it walking in a chilly and dark temple, we finally found it. The problem? Someone found it before us. Because standing in front of us was who else but Charles and building the Trance of Poseidon.
Well. Look what we have here. 2 guys and a dog attempting to save the world. Guess what? I'm a god now. And there's nothing we can do to change that.
Charles said.
Charles, there's still time to stop this. Remember who you are. And Jeremy's controlling you.
I tried to convince him. He chuckled menacingly.
Charles is no longer alive. You only answer to the tidal wave. Are you afraid to swim?
He asked. Blitz and the Galaxy burst out laughing.
Is that the best way you can think of? Asking us if we were scared to swim? Pfft, that's hilarious.
Blitz said,
You could go like girls, but you underestimate my power. I now possess godlike power, and soon your entire planet will be engulfed in water. There's no preventing this.
Sentinel said,
I have my doubts,
I said before punching him in the face. Except I made contact with water. Sentinel laughed and pointed the trains at me. Water materialized in front of me and and slammed into me. It wrapped me up into a sub you see at Subway and threw me through the roof and announced a huge platform where our jet was.
Ow. Okay, I did not see that coming,
I said.
That is why you never provoked bad guys.
Blitz reminded me.
You started it,
I said. Sentinel yelled. A wave of water knocked us off our feet. We got back up and faced the tidal wave. We looked at each other and formed a circle.
How do we beat this guy?
I asked.
It seems the main source of power is the transit, it's obviously, so I would say our best bet is to apply enough force to the transit to break it. From there, we got a chance to subdue him.
Galaxy explained.
Easier said than done,
I said. We broke out a circle and faced him. I charged toward him, but he waved the trains and a wave of water whacked me into a building in San Francisco, 10 miles away. Tidal wave turned to face Blitz and Galaxy.
Looks like you both lost.
Tidal wave said with a grin.
You sure about that, buddy?
Blitz asked, pointing behind him. Confused, Tidal wave turned around and he was shocked to see a figure floating in a hole of the building, and his eyes were glowing red. I glared at Tidal wave and flew at him at full speed toward the trains. Tidal wave held up the trains to protect himself from the incoming impact, but it came at no use. I shot lasers at the trains and slammed into him, causing the trains to snap in two, and a shockwave sent me and him flying several feet away from each other. Tidal wave roared in rage. He stood up and wrapped a stream of water around my throat. He lifted me up 5 feet in the air.
It's over, boy. You lost,
he said, his eyes widened in surprise. He slowly started transforming into solid ice. I spotted Bliss holding on to what looked like an ice blaster thing. I broke free from the icy grip and landed on my feet.
We actually did it. We only destroyed one building, thanks a lot, by the way. But other than that, Mrs. Open Inside is done for.
Bliss said. I heard helicopter blades in the distance.
I'm going to say it's over yet,
I said. A helicopter landed 10 feet away from our jet, and out stepped an Army General and Jeremy Elkinshire.
Great job, guys. You defeated a tidal wave,
the Army General guy said.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
I asked.
You can call me General Sanders. I work with Blitz here, and it appears I'll be working with you as well from now on. We closely observe individuals with special abilities, like you, that the world could very badly use. I see you are the world's first superhero as well. That's an important piece to your resume, young man. Good work, kid. Blitz, I'm impressed with your work as well. As for Tidal Wave here, we'll take care of him from here.
General Sanders said.
Actually, I do have a specific cell that I can have him looked up in.
And Jeremy said. General Sanders looked at him with a surprised look, but Real essentially agreed to let him do it.
As long as he is no longer in harm's way, you do you.
And General Sanders hoped Jeremy carried a ice sculpture to the helicopter, and shortly afterwards, they left.
So, what now?
I asked.
Now we look for the others.
Blitz replied. We started walking back to the jet when I suddenly had a vision of the road burning and a hulking figure sitting on a throne of bones and rivers of blood flowing through every deserted city's streets. I snapped out of it and noticed a Blitz in the galaxy staring at me.
Hey man, you good?
You good? Blitz asked, concerned.
Yeah, it's nothing. Let's go home.
And we entered the jet and headed back while I was wondering what that creepy vision was that I had. Shit, I keep forgetting about that. I'm gonna edit this real quick. It's supposed to say epilogue. I don't know why it says credit scene, but it's supposed to say epilogue. There we go. Epilogue. There we go. Blitz.
It's on time you guys have been waiting for. I've been anticipating. The credit scene. The two words that Marvel fans love to see. But here we take it up a notch. We tease bigger and greater threats that we will be tackling in future projects. Trust me, guys, you will not be disappointed in these.
Jeremy Oakenshire can be seen walking down a pitch black atmosphere. It looks almost like a different dimension, but there's lava everywhere and demonic screeches in the distance. Oh, wait, it is a different dimension. An unknown dimension, that is. Anyways, he climbs up a flight of stairs with rivers of lava on both sides of him. That didn't seem to faze him, though. He just kept climbing toward the hooded figure sitting proudly on a throne.
I hope you come to bring me some promising news, Marshal.
Yeah. The figure said in a raspy and deep voice.
My lord, the heroes have defeated my creation. Your plan did not work out as predicted.
Jeremy said, disappointed. The figure slammed his fists onto the throne of it, slammed his fists onto the arms of his throne in frustration.
You promised me that this would be the beginning of the end for humanity. You better have a replacement plan, or else there will be consequences.
The figure shouted, his voice echoing throughout the cavern.
Don't worry, sir. I do have a plan. This time, I will not miss.
And Jeremy said with an evil grin spread across his face. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Theodore has been listening to the entire conversation and started preparing elephant blood and liquefied titanium for the next test subjects. What do you guys think of the story? And did you guys like it? Is there anything I should probably improve on? Let me know in the comments. But as for me, I am Commander Awesomeness, and I will see you guys next time. Have an awesome night, guys.